See, perfect. Perfect. Okay. Arkan's oh wow, Arkan's leader in trophy race. Bow to your new Star Wars Overlord. Which Star Wars species does Arkan actually identify with? I know, like, that he thinks he's a Jedi. But, like, there's Jedi of many different races, right? You can be, like, a Gunkan Jedi, you can be, like, an Ewok Jedi, you can be... Are they considered humans? A human Jedi? Oh, please don't. Please don't. Oh god, there's too many things that would be good here. Okay, pass the turn. Kevin would be guess. All the top trophy people are post abuses. I guess that means Mark is up there as well. Which band opted for country? Are we referring to Vintage or Legacy? We have 4 Caverns. That's what we do. We play 4 Caverns. The thing is, like, I can actually do well with this against Chalice, even if we don't get to cast, like, our small stuff, because, like, we have so much mana. By the way, what the... Oh, yeah, this one. What is this, by the way? Eldrazi Temple and Hazoret? I haven't seen that. Is that, like, the Punishing Fire deck list? Karn?! I'm thoroughly confused. What's Karn gonna get? Ledges? But they are pretty far from casting Ledges. Unless they have LED. Fuck, I hope they don't have LED. Oh, they went plus? Okay. Well, not really much to do here, I guess. You want this? Oh, we're down... Fuck, we're down to 8? Why would we be down to 8? This guy is... This hits for 5 next... Oh, he doesn't have red mana, okay. So that's... Oh, well, there goes that. But he doesn't have cards to discard, I guess. Hazoret is really scary, especially since you can't get rid of it. We need the King... No, we need the Godslayer. No, Godslayer... I'm pretty sure... Or maybe there actually is a card Godslayer. Isn't that like an equipment? Because I felt like Wizards is so sensitive to, like, everything that they wouldn't print a card called, like, Godslayer. They can use Karn to get a card to discard? Whoa! That's true. I didn't think about that. But I also didn't really want to block there. It's funny how Elves actually can't beat that stupid Hazoret. Can't attack or block unless you have... we can't really get... Godsend? No, Worldslayer, that's the card. Godsend is the thing that the Esbet used to kill some dude. Oh, they played it? They didn't discard it? Okay, so we still get a turn. But we can never tap this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, let's get those. The problem is, eventually we will just lose to Hazoret unless we find the infinite combo exactly next turn. Which we can do, but it's gonna be pretty rough. Oh, well, they're down to 12 as well, so... Man, this would be so sweet. Then could untap Priest. Okay, Rex Sage. Rex Sage is a beginning. And Beast Whisperer. Should we attack them, actually? I think I want to attack them. Yeah, they can't go to discard. Wildslayer Elves. What does Wildslayer Elves do? Sounds like either like an obscure card from Alliances that's way overcosted, or a new card that is something like very block specific that has no use in other blocks, or like in actual Magic. This actually is surprisingly tight, yes. It depends a lot on what they can actually get with Karn. Like, we can actually play Rex Sage next turn, and then Quirion Ranger to untap the Priest and stuff, but the Trinisphere is surprisingly annoying. See, Wither. Okay, I'm gonna take it back. Wither is actually, it does have some uses. What? They're turning on Trinisphere and attacking? That turns off Trinisphere. But I still have to block. I don't... What is this? Oh, they're scared to die. They literally win next turn. So what can I do? I can take out Trinisphere, does nothing. I can check out this, but it's also gonna be hard. I think I have to go with this. Yes, I would like to use it. It's can't really play any of the other things, even though I would love to. I could play this first. And then this one. We can actually do that. Okay, Suri. Suri is like... I think there's almost a chance that the Suri can do something, but probably not. We need another... If we find Cradle here, I think we might be able to win Mirror Entity. The thing is, like, we can't really combo through Trinisphere now that I think about it. Because you can't produce extra mana. No, I think we didn't do it. Yeah, I think the other Elves variant would have had an even harder time, that's true. Can we gain? No, we can't gain life. You have 7 mana. Julian, you have 7 mana and a land drop. What are you gonna do? I don't know. Draw exactly what I need or something? I guess I can play a Suri and hope to find a Cradle. That might be able to do it. Probably not though, because he has a lot of blockers. Like a lot of powerful blockers. Okay, the Senate actually does help, I think. So... Senate can get Symbiote. Symbiote bounces Rex Sage, untaps Priest. We're getting closer. Like, we have 5 mana now, we can actually... Like, this is a 5-5, this is a 5-5, this is basically a 5. And he's got, like, 7, so we got 15. Minus 7 is 8. Ah, so we can... Okay, this is interesting. So we can actually take... If he blocks with all his creatures, we can take him down to 2, which means he can't use Ancient Tomb this turn, which in turn means he can't use Hazard, because Hazard is like 3 mana. Oh, Hazard is indestructible. That's a problem. Why would Hazard be indestructible? Can't attack or block unless you have one of yours, so we can't actually give him extra cards. Stupid Hazard is unblockable. And then if they draw a land, that's bad. Yeah, Symbiote is probably gonna be good enough, especially since it also, like, it bounces Quirion Ranger and replays Quirion Ranger, so I think that might actually be good enough, so let's go for that. Actually, what if I play Heritage Druid? I think I should just play Heritage Druid first, now that I think about it, it's much better. Because we might naturally draw into Symbiote anyway. I think we might actually be able to do this. We can also naturally draw... Oh no, we can't naturally draw into Quirion Ranger because there's only one Quirion Ranger in the deck. I think just Priest is already... Like, can we actually... We can still play a land, so we can actually Suri twice. So this is 3, 6, 8... 1624? That actually does it.
Finish him!
Awesome! This deck! People should watch this on YouTube and be like, oh my god. We can actually deal even more damage. But maybe we shouldn't be greedy. Ah, you know me, I'm always greedy. Greed is the name of the game. We can even attack with this girl. Does this deal damage to creatures? To each opponent? No. So now we do this. This is awesome. 32 damage? Yes! Dude! We managed to be like turn 1 Chalice, turn 2 Karn, or whatever it was. Like, I don't even remember. It was pretty badass. Okay, so what do we want? against them? I'm actually confused now. We might want Gardock. It's not a great card. Actually, if it's straight up Dragon Stompy splashing Karn, then we might want Gardock. Because it stops Fury Confluence. I don't think they have Ballista, so we don't really want this. We might want these, I'm not sure about. So what do we not want? Like, you can take out, like... Actually, ugh. Can take out, like, this. Maybe we don't want the Needles. The Needles stop the Karn, but the Karn gets stopped by us attacking into him. Maybe this is literally what we want. Turn 1 Chalice, turn 2 Hazard, turn 3 Karn. On the play even, right? I somewhat care about Chandra. Chandra can be annoying. This is not a great hand, but I'm gonna keep it. We have to hope they don't have Blood Moon. If they have Chalice, it doesn't matter, but if they have... Oh, fuck, they have Blood Moon. Oh, they have Trinisphere, okay. So we're gonna run this one out and get a basic if we have to. Turn 1 Trinisphere, what is this, Vintage? Oh, Thought Knot as well? What is this deck? Is it the Eldrazi Splashing Red? I've seen that before. But then they usually also had like Punishing Fire. Meekstone isn't really all that great against them. Like if it's Dragon Stompy, it's actually really not great against them. I guess we... You know what? We actually need to play Dryad Arbor here so we can actually have mana next turn. Oh, see, it actually ends up being that Punishing Fire deck. So we don't really have use for white mana anytime soon, and we can produce white for Entity with Cavern, so I'm gonna fetch on the upkeep. Oh, the Karn. Karn looks so strong. Like, I'm Karn, the great creator. Is he like considered creator of humans and like living entities, or is he like more like an inventor? Oh, he already has Lattice. But he probably won't be... he's actually not that far from playing Lattice next turn. Can we like take out his lands or something? So what if I get this next turn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just gonna run this one out and hope for him not to have it next turn. Then we need to like produce enough creatures so we can still attack Karn. I don't have to do that. Well, it's part of your perk program, right? But if you don't want to, like, I saw somebody, I think it's part of everyone who subscribes for $5 or more an episode, and I saw somebody subscribe for 4.99, so I figured they did that because they actually don't want to, like, be mentioned, which, of course, makes total sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, are we gonna assume that we are dead next turn to Lattice? Actually, we don't need to assume that. Because we are not. Galileo, 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 da da da. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna get Drexage to take the Trinisphere, primarily because it's a creature. And if he gets Lattice down next turn, then we can still attack Karn and free us from Lattice Tyranny. And now we're gonna take on Karn. Karn, the great creator, goes down to 2. He mostly creates Lattices these days. Are they gonna run out Lattice here? Like, they will probably like put the Thought Knot on the Rexage. And then we still have to get to have a lot of mana post-board. Okay, whatever. Paint my whole world colorless. Oh, by the way, Karn is an artifact now. Oh, they have a creature now! What the fuck? How? Huh. This is stupid. They get to make a 6/6. I guess they can't really attack, can they? But eventually they will kill us. Okay, we need to go to the next game. Somebody clip it, okay? But by the way, guys, if you're watching, if you make clips, make sure to give them distinctive names. Because at the end of my streams, I like try to check out my clips. But sometimes there's like 10 clips and they have all the same name, which is the stream title. And like, if you make clips, definitely like, it's pretty cool if you give them descriptive names. Okay, so since this is actually like the Eldrazi deck, I want these. Maybe I actually want these for Karn. Oh, stupid Karn. I still don't want them. Like, Karn on the draw is not that fast, I guess. So we're gonna take out like one of these. And I'm not gonna like try to fight the Punching Fire because Punching Fire is pretty slow. It's kind of gonna be banned. I think it's too early to tell. Yeah, in a way it's like a one-card combo, right? It's kind of crazy. Yeah, the meta needs to adjust heavily, and the way I see the meta adjusting, I actually like that. For a moment you wonder if your stream froze. But for a moment I wondered whether I was getting... What? Whoa! Oh! I'm down. Karn was not good enough. Karn couldn't create enough good cards. GG's. That was hard earned. But actually the first game was kind of hard earned, was it not? Like the first game was pretty cool. Opponent probably didn't see himself losing that one. Ba 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 ba. By the way, did we not get a thing on a raid notification on screen when we were raided by sorry for butchering the name, Pavlush earlier today? Because actually I have some pretty neat notification thingies going on. Maybe we can try them out while we're waiting. Streamlabs.com. Oh, we did? We did? What did it do? Because I don't remember which one I put for there. Music is very quiet today. We can make the music a little louder, but the thing is, like, last time I had the music a little louder, people on YouTube actually complained that the music was too loud. So maybe we do it like this. Like this. By the way, how does everybody feel about the music right now? The way it is right now. Sure, boy. Is this gonna be another Karn boy? Too loud? Too loud? Okay. Too loud. Okay, I knew it was gonna be too loud. So, how about this? What is this? This is minus... about minus 50. Okay. So, okay. How is it right now? Okay. So... no, we have to mulligan this. That's okay. Okay, so it's minus 50. Is there an option between 0 and 100? No, it's minus. It's between like minus something and something. We're gonna keep this. Okay, we're gonna test the raid now. I actually wanna see how that looks. Because I don't remember what it looked like. Test raid. Okay, let's test the raid again. Okay, the raid works. I'm actually gonna show you a couple of those because I find them pretty neat. What about the pledge? So this is if you pledge on Patreon.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Okay, this is a little slow. John apparently pledged $10 via Patreon. Thank you, John. What about the one? Oh, that's pretty cool. Hosting is the same as raid. Subscribers you've seen. Merch doesn't really... I have no merch that I'm selling through Streamlabs. But on my website. Okay, let's put this on the bottom. The music is normalized in Spotify. And no, I don't have a Spotify list for those because those are actually local files. I have a playlist that's like my 90s playlist, but I'm running with this now because I feel it's like a little more on theme with the stream, and that's what I enjoy right now. I'm trying to add more to it so it's less repetitive. I think I have 24 titles right now, but I actually want to have more. Is it actually true, Decibel? Is it actually true? Is it named like that because of him? Oh, come on, Punching Fire. I hate Punching Fire so much. It's a card for people who don't like the game. Punching Fire is like the thing you play if you hate Magic, but you don't want to show it, because the people who really hate Magic, they play like Terminus and Griselbrand. If you want to be like basically you're the guy who seems to be the good guy by season 3, but by season 7 you betray everyone and fuck everyone over because like your hatred has grown so far that you would actually like abandon everyone and try to seek your own goals. But before that you didn't have it in you because like you were conflicted morally, but you're just like, you're the Punching Fire guy, and eventually the party will be punished for playing with you. Decay? Decay is fine. It looks to be Strive for Pile, yes. Well, we can draw an extra card. Let's draw an extra card. Man, this is gonna be bad. I can Banishing Fire, Dark Banishing us next turn. No, the combo guy is outright evil. Unless it's like, there's like chaotic good combo decks. Like A and T is usually like played by chaotic good guys. Whereas like for example, Show and Tell. Most Show and Tell combo decks, they are like actually chaotic evil. Man, this is not where I want to be here. Is there specific artists you can find with these covers? I think there's one who has like a lot, but if you really just like Google 8-bit songs or something, you can actually find a lot of them online. Well, we're gonna throw this one out there and make them spend mana. This is really just like I'm tapping a green to tap 3 of the lands next turn. This game is reasonably winnable, but like it's gonna be quite hard. Like we need our opponent to like not have anything, which is like reasonable, right? Like the Punishing Fire is not a thing, but the extra cards they get. Yeah, Storm decks that don't use Griselbrand are quite good. Like most Storm decks, I guess. Da 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 da. That's the plan, basically. Like if you're like in a bad situation, you have to assume that like everything that you can't control or like everything that you can't beat does not happen. Thoughtseize. I'm probably gonna take the Priest. Or actually maybe the Whisperer because it's the hardest to kill. But we're so far from Whisperer. Whisperer. I can't get enough of calling it a Whisperer. It sounds like people from a specific region of Germany, the way they talk. Entity, okay, whatever. How's my matchup against Grixis Control? With Value Elves, I think quite favored. With regular Elves, I thought it was like 50-50, but it might actually be worse. One of those. I guess we're gonna try to ride the Beast Whisperer. Opponent, take the damage. I mean, as long as they don't get a Planeswalker. Now they have double Burn Willows though. So, but they need another land to do it like... Well, actually they don't need another land to do it twice if they already have it in hand. This is fine? I'm not so sure about that. The only thing that's actually okay about them is like, if you bring in Leyline, it's actually gonna have utility beyond just like punching fire, because they also have like so much stuff that they interact with the graveyard. Did you play against Narset? Not yet, but I think it's gonna be a pain in the ass for Elves. I hope, basically I hope that War of the Spark never happened in the future. It'd be like somebody goes ahead and corrects the timeline or something. Okay, I think at this point I'm gonna be fine. Like, I'm gonna concede here. Okay, so what do we want to chain? Thrun. Oh, you know, Marius, I think Legacy was at its best when Thrun was like a major player in the format. But that's like 8 years ago. 7 to 8 years ago. Actually, so something I like in these matchups is you can bring in Carpet of Flowers and take out some of your dudes. Because Carpet of Flowers is pretty much like one of your dudes, but better. And less vulnerable. Is there something? I just saw something I wanted to change, but then I forgot about it. I think I'm gonna take out Drag Sage. It's a gamble if you lose the first game, but I'm gonna take it out. Kinda wanna bring the... but those are awkward. Awkward as fuck. Like, the Punishing Fire I don't really mind at all. Like, even Carpet of Flowers is almost like okay against Punishing Fire, but we just like wanna run away with the game if they have Carpet of Flowers, if they have Punishing Fire. So maybe I'm gonna do that. Maybe I'm really just gonna ignore it. Wasn't there something I wanted to change? I thought I saw something. Oh yeah, we can actually take out like a Cradle or two. But nah, let's do this. With London, while you don't prefer Extraction over Leyline. Oh, I mean without. Yeah, without might be better. But I even played, like, overall, against Black Red Reanimator, Leyline is so much better. That basically it's about Black Red Reanimator. Oh god, the thing is, like, you need acceleration with this deck. Because the other deck is really slow, and you, like, basically at the end of turn 2, you want to be reasonably far ahead with Elves. You also, like, you're really bad at leveraging Cradle, because the first time Cradle actually produces extra mana is turn 3. And, like, going... Like, we're not even... Like, with a hand like this, it's not even producing extra mana on turn 3, unless you go, like, turn 1... Dryad Arbor, which is, like, super scary. I think I'm gonna mulligan this. And then you get this. And this... Ladies and gentlemen, is why you don't want to mulligan with Elves. Oh god, this is horrible. I'm gonna put it on the bottom. We need to get lucky here. Opponent goes on 6. Maybe there's a chance. I think I don't want Leylines there. You can bring them in, but I'd rather not. If it's like actual Grixis control, I think I might want to bring them in. On the draw, I would probably bring them in. Playing songs of 8-bit Universe, they do have a Spotify page. Okay. Gonna check them out. Oh god, more of those. We're gonna play all the Elves. You know what we should do? We should play the first cavern on Elves, 7th cavern of Goblin, 3rd cavern on Merfolk. Come on, Forest. Oh. You can play a cavern of Druids, but what would it do really? To like confuse the opponents? Like, oh, the dreaded Druid deck. Insect. Insect would actually be a good thing. Watch them play Blood Moon now in their 4-color deck. Coward. Coward and Warriors. Cowards can't block Warriors. That was one of the best articles I ever read. That was like when Dan Nguyen wrote an article about top 8ing the Stars League Games event and then like basically scooping out his friend. He felt so sorry. Actually, I think I actually want to discard this. This is not gonna do too much. Come on, we need a land now. Oh, they went plus. Oh, so even playing the creature is bad. Oh god. So what if we So they go minus. Let's actually save some time and go to the next match, because this is not gonna do it. Was that the Captain Cook report? No, I think that was a different one. Wasn't Captain Cook like the Matt Sperling report? When in doubt, it's usually the Matt Sperling report when something like interesting happened. Or it was written interesting style. Balenciaga and Boba. I don't remember what they play, but I do remember that we had a bad matchup against them. So let's see what happens. Or maybe we don't. Punching fire. Actually, it might be Miracles. Oh, they play so much. Actually, I've seen them around a lot more lately. They might be also on the current train. Oh, you're referring to a guy called Captain Cook. Okay. The shortcake player, that deck is kind of funny. Especially the name. Everyone's on the current train. Yeah, even I bought Karn. Primarily because they weren't available for loan, because they were sold out for a moment. This is bad. Swords to Plowshares. This is how you lose the first game, if you lose the first game. This deck is quite mana hungry, that's why I really like the Carpet of Flowers in sideboard. Oh, it's not Miracles. Or maybe it's bad Miracles. Then we can win. This is probably like Esper Stoneblade. Old school Esper Stoneblade. Okay. And pass again. They got Chitter. You can beat Chitter. Do you think Letters will be banned, Marius? I think I'm not gonna rule it out, but I also think it's like not super likely right now. It's still like a stupid 6 mana artifact. I think we'll still have to wait and see. The Letters deck? Well, it's usually pretty easy to win if your opponent can't cast any spells. Basically, you can go like turn 2 Karn, turn 3 Letters. That's actually super scary. You like the time-saving strategy in last match? You're actually like... if you... I guess now that Chase is... Like, the thing is, like, you usually keep playing until they find a recurring source of card advantage. Because then you usually can't catch up. Because then if you play well, that... it's funny they didn't use Chitter. 3 cards. If you find something... Let's try one more time. I think I'm actually gonna go for the Chip Priest here. Oh, Alex bought into Mono Black? Yeah, oh, he bought the big deck, right? The deck that's supposed to win the mirror, but I actually heard from people that the White Bomberman list is actually one favored in the mirror. So I don't know. It's funny how the opponent really... He's like, Chitter? Who needs Chitter? I have like my 1-2s and my 1-1s. Those are gonna do it. Are LEDs expensive? Like on Magic Online there are like 16 ticks, which is like reasonable. But Moxo pairs, yeah. Oh god, no, don't get me started. Okay, like fucking Mishra's Bauble costs like 25 ticks. Like a 100... I remember when like Mishra... When you would trade like a foil Mishra's Bauble for a place at Tarmogoyfs or something. Okay, now it's too much for me. I think now we really can't catch up again. Chase is on 7? Oh, they went plus, I guess. That's why they had so few cards in hand, okay. Okay, so we want Nyrods, we want probably all of those. We can take out like these, like a cradle, maybe even 2 cradles. Then like a Sylvan Messenger. I'm not sure if you really want the Tribe Sniper though. Like, the Tribe Sniper is actually pretty bad. Can bring in the Needle. Don't hate the Needle. Okay, let's try this. Actually, we can take out the... Oh fuck, they're gonna have Zealous Persecution. Oh, they're gonna persecute us zealously. Okay, we're gonna do it like this. Extra cradle. What's the Tribe Sniper here for? Well, the point of the Tribe Sniper is that it's like really good against like flying creatures. Stuff that you can't deal with, like Merit Large. It really dominates that kind of matchup. That's the primary reason. And then there's like other like minor utilities. So overall it's like a... by the way, should we... Oh, well, they're only gonna have only have basic islands, I guess. Or like they're super likely to play an island here. They can fetch for basic planes, but it's not likely they would do. And if they don't, that's also fine. Not gonna use it. And we're gonna run out the priest. Da 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 da. They have 6, by the way, so they don't have swords, I guess. Or they might have. Maybe they yielded until end of turn. You can do that in Magic Online now. Oh, we have a second carpet. You can actually not use the carpet here and then use it on the second main phase. Like both of them. Actually, doesn't really do much. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You can also play like the Lano Elves first. Nah, we're definitely not gonna attack with a priest here. That would be like madness. Use Cardboard Flowers ability, yes. Green, and use this one, green. The only unfortunate thing is that we can't play anything right afterwards. I guess we could actually play the mirror entity first. Ah, it's gonna be okay. Now even Sudden's Persecution isn't the worst here. Isn't like for us. It's okay. Imagine if they played Terminus. The stupidest card ever printed. Nothing bad can happen here. Terminus can happen here. Terminus would be annoying. Oh, white, okay. Probably gonna go with the Beast Whisperer. Man. You basically traded 4 mana for 2 life. It's a pretty bad exchange rate. I'd rather have kept the mana. And wait until like we get a better value of it. Like you can play 3 mana for Bargain. Literally the card Bargain from starter. And get a better deal. Green. Okay, I hope they don't have Verdict. Verdict would be pretty bad for us. They're like, what does this do? Oh, what? That's actually okay for us. I think. Actually, okay, so yeah, we would have actually lost even more because I would have activated it, but they don't know that. We would have actually lost our entire board there. It's gonna be Supreme Verdict or Chase. They're really trying to play around this shit. But it's kind of funny, see, this is already what I mentioned. Zealous Persecution, this is gonna produce mana. But they don't die to Zealous Persecution. That's why it's like such a great thing to have there. Messengers only... No, I think 2 or 3, but Messengers aren't great post-board. Yeah, 2. Messenger would be an okay draw, but I think I'd rather want to draw the Wish better. But now it's kind of hard. Maybe we even want Violet Symbiote now. Is this the White Stripes again? Because it starts off so slowly. Oh, this one, okay. Current song can't be played. Why? Now it can be played. Oh fuck, oh no, we drew shit. Now I'm actually gonna name Insect on this one. Oh, this is gonna be awkward. Like we... Oh god, this is gonna be really awkward. Nyrod would be sweet. But I guess they have 6 cards in hand. It's gonna be a bit of a pipe dream to actually get... What? They really don't... What? Why do they not want... Chitte. Okay. Okay, let's draw something... What would my boss say? Let's draw something reasonable. Choke. It's not gonna do anything. Actually, would we rather keep the mana? So next time they attack with Chitter, we don't block. They go -1, we go like pump, they go... Yeah, okay. So we can actually stop them from doing that. But then we lose the mirror entity. And then they just kill it on the next turn, so that's actually not great. Maybe we should just like abandon the mirror entity and run out the... The choke doesn't even tap anything, because they don't need to tap their islands, so it's... No matter what happens, probably gonna be bad. The joke's on you. Oh, they've got better skull? Okay. And I guess Chitter. Ba 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 ba. Rexage would be sweet. Rexage would be probably the nuts. Ba 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 ba. Rexage into something that's decent. Our opponent assembling the Exodia. I see. So we can far. Maybe we should do that. Nah. I'd rather like have them waste 2 Chitter counters. Okay, now we got this. This is all we have, opponent. But it becomes Exodia as soon as you have 3 equipments of any kind on a creature. So what they usually need to add is Sword of Fire and Ice. And then you can actually assemble the Exodia. Opponent's like, look at all these cards I don't care about. I wonder if they're gonna do the thing where they like end of turn. Minus. Cigala plus Battleskull plus Sophie. I think I even had that recently and I still lost because the opponent had something that was like good against it. Oh no, I didn't have Sophie, yeah. So they had like Battleskull and Chitter, but they had, what's it called? The Flying Couts. The thing that kills it. Baleful Strix. Unheilskauts. And then I couldn't win because I could like recur it infinitely or something. Plus my Ricky Gusari. I guess yeah, something happened. Like, I guess you can do it if you have Chitter. So I can... this is... I think I should actually hold this. The problem is the opponent is so likely, like so incredibly likely to have this card. Okay, this game is so sad, I think. For the sake, like, if this was like a regular game that I wasn't streaming, I would maybe play it out. But since this is gonna be a stream and I want to show you guys more cool stuff, I think we might concede this game pretty soonish unless we draw Rexage, I guess. More? Oh, Feast of... Oh. Sure. This is... Okay, this is the Exodia Age 2012. Because that's actually what we had. We had sort of Feast and Famine and Maverick back then. Oh god, look at this. I can actually block. I probably should block. Or should I? 1, 2, 3, 4... I should block... Oh no, that doesn't work. I should have done that before. I should have blocked and minus my creatures, but now I lose everything if I do that. Let's... We're gonna take the damage. You know what, we're not gonna take the damage, we're gonna concede. This is enough. Watch us draw Rexage next turn. I think even Rexage doesn't do it now. Okay, so this draws Fintor Knives into... Technically Rexage gets Force Fulfilled, Null Rod, okay.
Double kill.
And it's not 112, it's
Double kill. Double kill.
1 and 2. Let's do something with this now. TNN, yeah, so TNN is already immediately disqualified from ever being the Exodia. Just because it's TNN. TNN is like the Exodia built into it. TNN is like Exodia for lame people. TNN is kind of like what the writers of the last season, the ultimate season of Game of Thrones, would have done if they were to write Yu-Gi-Oh! I guess. Okay, that counts. Metamorph copying Mario Large. That sounds pretty cool. Okay, let's see what we can do here. El Viejo. I've never seen El Viejo. Let's see what they can do. They're on the play. And they're up 1-0, so the deck actually can't be all that bad. This has a lot of potential for top decks. Like, it doesn't have anything right now, but our deck is full of fat. So we can actually, like, find something pretty quickly. Oh, fuck, Badlands. Please don't kill me. Please, no end of turn Entomb. Okay, no end of turn Entomb. We can do this. Okay, I have no idea what the opponent's doing. Maybe they misunderstood the part of 6-card discard. 7-card, 8-card discard. Oh no! Oh, this is bad now. Actually, it's not that bad since he didn't really draw anything. What, Lightning Bolt? Is this like Machine Head? Does anybody remember the deck Machine Head? I remember when my friend... Oh, what's the guy that has like Undying that comes back from the graveyard? Cherub's Messenger or something? A friend of mine dealt an insane amount of damage with that. They had like the creature in play. They Chain Lightning their own creature. So the guy went to the graveyard, came back bigger. I think they even also lose 2 life. I think they even gets haste. And they got to copy their own Chain Lightning and shoot the opponent. I think those 2 cards did like 8 damage or something. It's totally crazy. Bolt. Maybe I should have like played this first as a bait. But actually I wanted to get it out so it doesn't get discarded. By the way, okay, so this is just like straight up Grixis control, I would guess. Should I run this one out? Puts pressure on the opponent to do something. But if I run out Priest, I think I actually kind of like that. Priest makes it so that they probably want to kill the Priest. And then we can cast like these next turn. Sepiund. People don't remember the band, let alone the deck. Attack? Whoa. Opponent wants to kill us. Also? Okay, by the way, he should fetch first. Like, if we play something and then we fetch and they kill the dude in response, that's gonna be pretty bad. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. Oh, force? No! Why? I hate being forced to, like, not resolve my spell. No, it's not Machine Head. It looks to be Grixis control. Pitching Baleful Strix, yeah. Okay, now we need to top deck again, but we are basically drawing 2 cards next turn because of Canopy. Another one bites the dust. I wonder if there's like an 8-bit version of the German national anthem. I remember in 5th grade, like everybody, like in our school, like everybody had a keyboard, like of the musical kind. And then our teacher, he gave us like the notes to a certain piece of music, and we were playing with headphones. And he told us like the first person to recognize which song this is, because it didn't say what the song was, like would win a prize or something. And then like a couple people actually recognized it, and it turned out to be the German national anthem. And I felt so stupid because like I was good at like knowing what the German national anthem was, but I wasn't good at like playing music. Mind Sludge? I don't think so. Okay, no, that's a good one. Actually, we should probably play it like this, so we can deal more damage. By the way, I'm really all for, like, calling stuff or naming stuff as if it was French. Because, like, French sounds kind of funny. Like, the difference between, like, writing and how stuff is pronounced is, like, crazy. It's like the opposite of Spanish, where everything makes sense. But I kind of find it funny, like, it's not damage, it's damaché. And probably it's not damaché, but I like to imagine it's pronounced that way. And this is Dria Diabo. Bea Vipera. You basically don't pronounce anything that's like sharp. It's like the anti-German actually in that way. Canopy Anopi Risson Snapcaste Mache Ponde. Can you actually like curse and shout in French? It's always so like fuck you. By the way, is Frankfurt actually beating Chelsea? How's it going? Is Frankfurt beating Chelsea? 1-1. Whoa! Extra time! I gotta watch that. Jovic and Loftus-Cheek. Okay, I really want Frankfurt to go to the finals. That would be insane. Perfect French. Does everybody actually speak? Yeah, see, Ponde. Doesn't that actually mean bridge or something? Pour l'instant. Brainstormer. Brainstormer. They would really like put an E in there. Brainstormer. Do a whole game with that voice? Oh, that's a donation incentive. Now we're actually getting to like that ASMR stuff. Comment colaga? Mire blaste? Swampe? Poufata? Poufata? Fatal push? Poufata? I'm sorry if you're French and listening up. It's all in good fun, but I actually I kind of like listening to French. Poufata? Okay, let's find a lot of stuff here. Let's find a Beast Whisperer. Let's actually find Sylvan Messenger into Beast Whisperer. Or this is post-part. We can also find a Suri, but opponent's down to 1 card. What if we get a Suri? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's... No, we can actually find Suri in the Whisperer. Opponent doesn't have like the best kind of clock. Well, we found 1 card. That's actually like, this is the card 57, 58, 59, 60 in my main deck. Primarily because there's just like nothing better. Which is kind of funny. They concede? Well, we find actually all of these 3 cards next turn, then the turn afterwards we find this. Okay. Okay. I'll take it, opponent. And now we get that stuff again. Okay. So against them, I could see Leyline actually. So let's take out like those again. Then like a Cradle or 2. I could see this. And this. And maybe even Messenger. They're probably like really scared of Messenger. Problem is we can't really cast Leyline. So unless we get in the opening hand, it's gonna be pretty dead. I used to be better at Latin. Like, right after school, like when I finished my Abitur, like after 13th grade, I was like courting or dating this girl. And she well, basically, if you do your, like, I guess A-levels you would call them in UK or whatever, you have to pick like a couple subjects. At least that's how it worked when I did my Abitur. That you want to like excel in. And like I picked like economy and law, which was one, and the other one was English. And she picked Latin and fuck, I don't remember. Was it biology or German? And in order to impress her, like I was like sending her a lot of messages. Like we basically only communicated in Latin, which is like the most nerdy thing ever, but she loved it. And that's when I was actually like, that was like not in school, but like the year after school, that was like the top level of my Latin skills. Just of welfare. I mean, that's what every streamer in a way does, but it's like sophisticated welfare. So what if you do it like this? You could try this. It's gonna be probably like really bad. I'm not looking forward to trying this. Yeah, let's keep this. But I still remember a couple of words in Latin, but they basically like only curse words. Actually, not. I actually remember a lot of fucking Latin, but of the interesting words, I remember like a couple curse words, like impudicus. Okay, so the German word is like Lustmolch, so it's somebody who wants to fuck, I guess, and it's like pretty creepy about it. Gallia est omnis divisa in partes colum unam and colum belge, aliam aquitani, tertiam quipsum lingua Celti nostri Gallia pelantur or something. That should be the first sentence of the Bale Gallico. I also remember a couple of poems. Odita mo, quarit faciam fortasse requiris, nescios et fieris sentiet ex cruciol. Which is like Carmen 85 by Catull. there's no creatures at all, so magic on it is like, fuck the... What? Oh, elf. No. Okay, so yeah, that makes sense. Okay, you know what I want to do? I want my opponent to cast the worst card in Magic, him, and then we will untap and chokeslam him. Is that a creature? Atinlai Ingapai? What? How did you actually... How is that a card? Is that like a weird name for a card? I guess it is. The ice we skate is getting pretty thin. Should we accelerate again? You know what? I actually want to accelerate. Because the opponent will probably like kill our creature again, and then we can't do anything on the next turn. Because I'm already seeing like Snapcaster coming down. It's from Hinged, Unhinged, okay. It's not the worst card in Magic, it's just from the worst set in Magic. Is the worst set, isn't that actually like... Isn't the consensus that the worst set is Homelands? I think the only playable cards from Homelands is like Merchant Scroll and then like by a far shot Natural Affinity. Like I tried to play Natural Affinity and or is it actually Natural Affinity? There's a thing where let's get rid of this. There's a card that deals damage to players on the upkeep equal to the number of non-basic lands they control, and I think I played that, and that might be Natural Affinity. No, 3 Visits is like really good, and that was in Portal of Three Kingdoms. Okay, opponent.
Finish him.
This is exactly why I played the Senate last turn, because I wanted to do this.
Fatality.
Yes!
Fatality.
See?
Perfect.
We still got it. This is the scrappiest league I've ever played. This doesn't feel like we're actually 2-2.
Double
I
kill.
guess because we mulligan insanely much. Serrated arrows. Yeah, you guys remember how Standard used to work in the 90s? So basically Standard was like, you can play any set, and you actually have to play like at least like 2 or 3 cards from every set. Because that wasn't really... See, that's what I'm looking for, ask for Alex. See, that's a good use of emotes. I love those. I love the fatality thing. So yeah, so people played Serrated Arrows in pretty much any deck, even in decks that didn't really want it, just because it was like the best thing you could do with that Homeland set. So Serrated Arrows was everywhere. And that's kind of funny. Imagine if like Standard these days was play a card from every set. How many legacy legal sets, or like let's put it that way, how many vintage legal sets are there? Probably like 50. Why is everyone playing this frog now? It was like cool when I saw it the first time, but now it looks like everybody has that. I'm actually gonna play the Cavern. There's a chance to have like days or something. Choose a creature. I already chose a creature type. What should like put Minotaur? Okay, so who remembers the deck Thunder Bluff? Thunder Bluff was one of the biggest memes before like meme became actually a word on the internet. Thunder Bluff was a deck we put out on the source, and like it was like basically how would you call that? Minotaur Tribal. It was a Minotaur Tribal deck, and like it was all fake. But like the I think the admins on the source back then even like they put out a established thread for it to be like, yeah, Thunder Bluff is like the real deal. And the best part about it was like, it was hyped like crazy. Like crazy. But it also contained a card that didn't even exist. I think it was called like Anubar, like the thing that, you know, the I almost want to call it like the Minotaur homeworld, Anubar Grunt. And like it was like a 4-off. And nobody even mentioned that. Like people were just like looking at the deck list and people didn't even notice that like there was a card in there that literally didn't even exist. Didgeridoo, I guess there's gonna be a guy like out there who owns like, I don't know, 200 didgeridoos and he just hopes that Wizards will eventually print like a playable. Actually, the thing is, like for didgeridoo to actually become a thing, you need more than one playable Minotaur. You need like 3, so you can have like 12 in your deck, and they need to be better than Griselbrand. Yeah, does Vince actually have a couple of those? I'm waiting for the day. You know, Vince has a lot of tattoos of cool stuff. I'm waiting for the day that didgeridoo becomes so good he actually tattoos it on his face. And on his face. Well, I guess maybe on his face. On his body. It's on the reserved list as well, dude. I bet like Morgan Stanley or any kind of like bank that they're holding like infinite copies of that card and they're looking for it to become a thing. Script Ranger? Okay, I guess it's reasonable. Yeah, the Eldrazi's would be okay, and I think people would actually play Didgeridoo then. You know what this deck needs? What would be really sweet? So what I want is Scavenging Ooze, but instead of removing the card, they actually put the card into your hand. That would be so sweet. Da, da, da. How are we still on 17? It's like turn 3. You thought you were bringing a joke, instead you actually crushed the format. You might, I mean, that's how the Sliver Kids did it. Do you guys remember, like, Lachman and I don't remember the other guy? 2006 Sliver Kids? It's one of the best stories in Magic ever. Like, it's one of those stories that make Magic, like, what it is. There was, like, these 2 guys, and they were, like, I think they had competitive ambitions, but nobody had heard of them. And then they were winning, like, PTQs all over the place, and they went to the Pro Tour, and drafted Slivers. It was Future Sight, I believe, and technically you could draft Slivers, but nobody ever did that because it was horrible. But there's Virulent Sliver, which gives like poisonous ones to your creatures. And if you have like, and I think it's a common, and if you have like 2, it actually stacks. And like and it was 2 at a giant, so you had an even better chance of like getting all the Slivers. So I think in the semifinals of the Pro Tour, they poisoned Tron Finkel and his partner, and one of the guys, he actually like rang home and he was like, Mom, I just poisoned Tron Finkel. I was like, okay, that's not very nice of you. Van Lunen and Lachman, yeah, exactly. To me, that's just like one of the best stories I've ever heard in Magic. And I think one of them actually went on to become like a proper pro. And I remember the other guy, he was wearing a German national team shirt. We have so much stuff. I think the opponent might be dead here. Let's see if we find Cradle. We don't? Okay, that's still fine. Oh man, we have so much mana now. You know what, if we ever find... I want to keep calling it Eternity, but it's actually called Entity. We already have infinite mana, but now if we get to use the Wild Spirit, we don't. Let's see what happens here. I wouldn't mind finding Cradle, you know? But even if we don't find Cradle, like, what is the opponent supposed to do? It's the first game, they probably don't have, like, Toxic Luch. They probably don't have Toxic Luch in their deck, yeah. Love this deck. Are we past the 100th set? Corsair 2002 would be the exactly 100th? Oh, that would be pretty cool, if they actually, like, managed to time it that way. So, we want these. We take out, like, 2 of these. This, and this. And we ship it. Arcane Adaption. Didgeridoo Eldrazi. Okay, that's, I think, the card that always comes to my mind is Conspiracy, which is, I think, a 5 mana black enchantment, or rather, black enchantment probably from Mercadian Masks, which turns like all the creatures in your deck and everywhere into, which it's basically a painter for creature types. I think a one-sided painter for creature types. Yeah, we have 8, we have almost okay mana, and we have like a weird entity, which doesn't really do much for this hand. I usually like I don't want to try to get my opponent with Meekstone. I really like try to resolve Meekstone as soon as possible. As soon as they're giving me an opening. Here there's just too many things that could go wrong, like Spell Pierce Days. But as soon as I can, I want to get it out, because especially if they happen to be Blue-Black Shadow, they literally can't get rid of it outside of maybe Engineered Explosives, so just like, okay, so they're not Shadow. Yes, I've seen that. Vince has like done some crazy stuff with that. I think that was one of his earlier videos that became really, really big. Actually, not that early. I think he was already quite established at the point, but like, it's like, I think Vince really blew up over the last 6 months. He also Palace Shell up my Forest Madrid last year. I will not forget that. Apocalypse. I actually haven't played a lot against it yet. I'm really not sure. Like, we were also talking about it in the Elves Discord, but I think I would need to like play a little bit more to find out, because I can't really tell you for sure right now. So they might not have Spell Pierce postcards. I'm still not risking it. Carmageddon was an amazing game, by the way. It's one of those games that I like pirated and actually played a lot. It wasn't just like for the thrill of pirating it, but actually for playing it. Even though I really didn't understand much about the game, I just like crashed. I didn't actually get that you could also like do your laps and win that way. I tried to like accomplish all the secondary and tertiary goals. If you wanna call. Okay, so if we get to resolve Choke and Meekstone here, that would be insane. How do we start this off? I think we really need to get... We need to get the Choke down. Okay, Forest is fine. Forest Pitch Stifle. Okay, now I'm getting a little greedy. I think you shouldn't try this at home. I'm just feeling that maybe... Does he have another Force? I think if he has another Force, we can actually win. This league is incredibly scrappy. That's what you come here for, right? Just try to choke everyone. Well, we fail to choke everyone, but then we kill them with, like, red elephants. Young Pyro Monster. Oh no, the Force. The Wasteland is annoying. That seems bad for us? No, that's actually pretty good. If they don't get to attack us, we can, like, execute our greed plan. Well, it was greedy because I could have also, like, waited a turn on the Meekstone to make sure to play around a little bit more of cards. Okay, they actually tapped this. Oh, they might have a braid and stuff. Let's draw something good. Yeah, that's pretty good. I don't want to... Actually, do I lose life? It's actually okay. Because they definitely won't block here. If they have a braid, they can't block, really. On the other hand, I could replay the Visionary. Maybe I want to replay the Visionary, that seems better. Okay, well, we're just gonna try to race them. I guess they're gonna have a braid, because they can't win. So, when you're really far ahead, and you think like, okay, how can I lose? Assume that your opponent like has the bad card, if you can like beat it somehow. Or, okay, I guess he's just gonna keep casting Lava Spikes. Da 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 da. Ba ba ba. Ba 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 ba. What do we play against when they are tapped out? Only Force is an out, and that value is fine. No, Daze. They could have had Daze, because they pitched Stifle, and Stifle is in that position actually like slightly worse than Daze. Whereas had they pitched a card that's better than Daze, you could somewhat conclude that they might not have Daze. But since they pitched a card to Force that's like slightly worse than Daze, you can't really rule out Daze. So playing right into Daze was a little greedy. I guess I can actually resolve both that way. I think here's Kolaghan's Command. They could have. Like, Kolaghan's Command is not super common in Grixis Delver. But actually we saw Delver. But one of that's another card that we should like be aware of. No, that's not how it's supposed to be. You need white mana. It would be insane if Mirror Entity actually gave you trample. Ba 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 ba. I think now I might not bounce end of turn. Oh, they have only one card in hand. I think I'm actually not scared now. They might have Stifle though. Okay, now I'm actually good. So since it's just one card, and I don't really want to go all in next turn anyway, and losing the Mirror Entity to like a Bolt would actually not be the worst because it gives us perfect information and we have another entity. And entities are not great in multiples. I actually feel like this is a pretty reasonable thing to do. Oh yeah, that's a good one. That can be, like, now I try to just, like, get a lot of creatures into play so our entity can be better next turn. I think I want to get Riot Arbor at the end of turn. Or play something else, depending on what I draw. Imagine if they have Mass Removal. I guess we can actually, like, you can somehow play around Mass Removal because we can activate Mirror Entity for 3. Not gonna replay anything because I want to protect the Priest. Yeah, we can attack for a ton of damage next turn. This is the scrappiest 3 and 2 I ever got. If I get it. I got it! This league was also like fast. I thought I was just gonna play like 1 or 2 matches, but turns out to be an entire league. And we can actually open a treasure chest, come on. We got a ton of new subscribers today, and I wanna recoup the value we lost on the Lucas and Letters. Actually, maybe Letters is actually gonna go up in price, so let's see. So, hey, ask for Alex. Oh, that was sweet. It's Chew 2 Elf. If I ever get partner, by the way, I can actually like get a better prefix. Not It's Chew 2, but something that's like easier to type out and stuff. Does opponent play Toxic Douche with this kind of creature layout? Usually not, but they could play like a one-off. But it would be quite surprising. So, here we go. Let's open. I don't even know what you can open. Maybe like a sick Planeswalker.
This is how we do it.
Oh, that's the wrong one, right? Oh god, this is like Nissa, but for black. Because Nissa always has this like Nissa's supposed to be the queen of elves. At least that's what I call her. The king in the elves, the king in the forest. But she has this weird obsession with like forests and trees, and she's like, oh yeah, the tree, let me touch the tree, let me animate the tree. And the elves are like, Nissa, what the fuck? You're supposed to do something with elves. Like, no, not the tree, the forest, let's do that. And that's what Liliana of the Dark Realms is, because she's like, oh, swamp, everything's about swamps. Like, you're the queen of zombies, like, come on. Throw us a bone, like, do something good for us. Like, no, swamp, I want to sit in the swamp, Liliana in the swamp. So, guys and girls, I hope you had a good time. If you want to see more of this, give me a follow, I still can't remember what you're supposed to say. Alternative storylines. And yeah, if you want to support the stream, you can go to patreon.com/itsjulian23. Like your how do you call it? Your pledge makes a difference in my life, like very much. It allows me to do this over like some previous part-time job I did on certain days. Who are we gonna host? Also check out itsjulian.com, where I host all my content, especially the Everyday Eternal podcast, which we like are producing regularly twice a month now, and like we're getting so much great feedback on that. I'm really happy to hear that. So I think I'm gonna send you over to Mr. Ansi104, one of the premier Mercus streamers. Ansi104. Say hello from Julian if you're interested to Julian Elves, and I'm gonna see you on the other side. Next stream is gonna be probably on the weekend. Also, I'm feeling really full from the wings. That was too many wings. Bye bye.